I just can't stop myself from buying books. I can't say that I'm really ashamed of myself, though. Really.
Hey YouTubers, I got a new toy. Well, this time it's a software toy. I just bought Sony Vegas Movie Studio Platinum, and that's a lot of words to say. But in any case, I'm playing around with it, so you'll see things flipping in and out, and basically I spent all day playing with it and trying to figure out how it works. So, yeah, it's going to be probably a lot more time before I figure it all out perfectly, but anyway, I hope you don't mind me playing around too much. So, hey booktubers, welcome to the long version of the book haul. So, first one up is The Sugar Cream by Sarah Addison Allen. I really like this cover. Not so much on the back, it's just a picture of her. She has another one out there called Garden Spells. That one is also on my wish list. In fact, it was on there before this one, so I don't know why I decided to go ahead and get this one and not the Garden Spells. But in any case, it's a pretty short book, and I think it's about like 275 pages or so. Inside, it isn't terribly exciting. The flaps are pretty cool. So I'll read the synopsis of this one for you. 27-year-old Josie Serini is sure of three things. Winter in her North Carolina hometown is her favorite season. She's a sorry excuse for a Southern belle, and sweets are best eaten in the privacy of her hidden closet. For while Josie has settled into an uneventful life in her mother's house, her one consolation is the stockpile of sugary treats and paperback romances she escapes to each night, until she finds her closet harboring none other than local waitress Della Lee Baker, a tough-talking, tender-hearted woman who is one part nemesis and two parts fairy godmother. Fleeing is a life of bad luck and big mistakes. Della Lee has decided Josie's clandestine closet is the safest place to crash. In return, she's going to change Josie's life, because clearly it is not the closet of a happy woman. With Della Lee's tough love, Josie is soon forgoing pecan rolls and caramels, tapping into her startlingly keen feminine instincts, and finding her narrow existence quickly expanding. Before long, Josie bonds with Chloe Finley, a young woman who makes the best sandwiches in town, is hounded by books that inexplicably appear whenever she needs them, and most amazingly of all, has a close connection to Josie's longtime crush. So here we go, there's the romantic interest, and it goes on and on. So anyway, it just sounds pretty cool. It says, brimming with warmth, wit, and a sprinkling of magic, here is a spellbinding tale of friendship, love, and the enchanting possibilities of every new day. So I believe this is what they call magical realism. It was just a term I heard recently, and I thought maybe it might fit this book. So, okay. Gigundus one. Land of the Painted Caves by Jean Auel. And this is the latest book to come out in this, and it is the 6th in the series. Behind me right there, which I just showed in a video recently, are I think there's 4 up there now. Clan of the Cave Bear is the first one in the series, published in 1980. And I'm missing one, which I believe I put it on order, which is, I don't remember what it was now, something about Valley of the Horses, I believe. So this is the last book. It just came out March 29th, and I put it on pre-order because I wanted to make sure that I got a nice brand spanking new copy. And it is gigantic at 757 pages. Amazingly, it's light. They must have used a real light paper. So yeah, I'm excited to start this series eventually. And it is a sewn book. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can see kind of like the little signatures which is groups of paper. So, all right, I'm just going to, I don't know if I want to read this or not, since it is a continuation of this series. I probably won't read this to you. And because it's a fantasy book, there's a lot of strange names. I don't know why they love to put strange names in. So then I don't have to pronounce them, try to pronounce them. Okay, here's a book I got from Karen at OCD of Books from her book sale. This was one that was on my wish list, and she put it up for sale, and I grabbed it. She also included several of these bookmarks from book closeouts, which have a $7 coupon if you spend over $35 worth of books. I think that's pretty nice. Thank you, Karen. And I don't know if I've ever heard anybody read the synopsis on this book. Let me see here. It says, a powerful secret, a dangerous path. Rig is well trained at keeping secrets. Only his father knows the truth about Rig's strange talent for seeing the paths of people's pasts. Say that 10 times fast. But when his father dies, Rig is stunned to learn just how many secrets father had kept from him. Secrets about Rig's own past, his identity, and his destiny. And when Rig discovers that he has the power not only to see the past, but also to change it, his future suddenly becomes anything but certain. Rig's birthright sets him on a path that leaves him caught between two factions, one that wants him crowned and one that wants him dead. He will be forced to question everything he thinks he knows, choose who to trust, and push the limits of his talent, or forfeit control of his destiny. So, yeah, there's another blurb on the back here, but I think that'll be enough for now. But this is a YA book, I believe, and wanted to get that one. Here's another one, John Connolly, The Book of Lost Things. And I'm going to read this to you because this was on my wish list. And I do not remember why I put it on there, but anyway, probably because it sounded interesting at one point. High in his attic bedroom, 12-year-old David mourns the death of his mother. He is angry and alone, with only the books on his shelf for company. But those books have begun to whisper to him in the darkness, and as he takes refuge in his imagination, he finds that reality and fantasy have begun to meld. While his family falls apart around him, David is violently propelled into a land that is a strange reflection of his own world, populated by heroes and monsters and ruled over by a fated king who keeps his secrets in a mysterious book, the Book of Lost Things. An imaginative tribute to the journey we must all make through the loss of innocence into adulthood. John Connolly's latest novel is a book for every adult who can recall the moment when childhood began to fade, and for every adult about to face that moment. The Book of Lost Things is a story of hope for all who have lost and for all who have yet to lose. It is an exhilarating tale that reminds us of enduring power of stories in our lives. So it sounds a little bit like that movie. Of course, I can't think of the name of it right now, where the kid is having this story read, or he's reading a story, and at the one I think somebody's reading it to him, and I just cannot think of the name of it right now. I'm sure you guys are all screaming out the name of it, but it sounds a lot like that, where he gets kind of lost in the book. But it's a little bit different, but sounds very good. Special Topics in Calamity Physics, a novel. This one was the one that was suggested by Danny Mark's YA channel, and I thought it sounded really, really interesting. It's one that he tells people to read as a recommended reading. He had another one too, which I believe I put on my wish list. I decided to go ahead and get this one now. So I wanted to read this. Let's see, we have a glossary of terms. I was looking for some type of No, I don't know, some type of a synopsis, but I don't really see one. Well, I don't know. It has this thing in the front. It's called the Glossary of Terms. So I'm going to read some of those to you because one of these sounds kind of funny. Blue Van Meer, a brainy, deadpan, and preternaturally erudite girl who, after traveling from one remote academic outpost to another with her professor father, has a head crammed full of literary, philosophical, and scientific knowledge. She is also a film buff and can recite pi out to 65 decimal places. When she is 16, due to certain nuclear events, her previously dull life is forever transformed. I don't know. It just sounds like kind of a wacky book. Sounds like it might be a little bit sci-fi. Sounds like it might be a little bit... I don't know. It's just okay. But anyway, there it is. So it'll be interesting to read that and try to understand exactly where it goes. So there's that. Here's a book, Dancing Jacks, and I saw this on Deborah's Book Cafe channel. She hauled it quite a while back, a few months ago, and I really, of course, love the cover. And this is the hardback version, and as I said in the short video, it is a glued binding, and I'm just hoping it doesn't split on me, because sometimes those glued bindings can split in the middle like that. But so I'm hoping it doesn't, and I don't know whether there is a little bit of a synopsis here. Some books are harmful, even dangerous. They should be banned or destroyed. This is a story about one of them, written by one of the most evil men ever to have lived. In a coastal town, a strange, out-of-print book is found, full of colorful stories of castles, knights, and unicorns. But the book is no fairy tale. Written by Austerley Fellows, a mysterious turn-of-the-century occultist, it is no mere entertainment. In fact, those who start to find it. Let me try that again. In fact, those who start it find that they just can't put it down, no matter how much they may want to. So, it says it's a page turner, it keeps you awake at night, and it never lets you go. So it sounds like a book that kind of overtakes you. So, really gorgeous cover, isn't it? And there's kind of the inside of the book. It's decorated on the bottom a little bit. Yeah, looks really, really cool. The last one I have is one of my Easton Press leather-bound books, Wind, Sand, and Stars. And I was trying to pronounce this name, Antoine de Saint, I think it's Exupéry, I believe that's how. I think the E might be silent, or it could be Exupéry. Who knows? But in any case, the book was published in 1939, and this is part of the Greatest Adventure series books. And as you can see on the front, it's one of those old airplanes, the wooden airplanes, kind of like the Wright brothers made. And we'll go ahead and do the cracking to the back one. And there's the back. I do not believe this is illustrated at all. There might be one at the front. Once in a great while, they don't even have an illustration, and this one here does not. So, no, it does not. And it looks like a pretty quick read. It's a pretty large font, and there are only, let's see, 230 pages. So this one will read fast. I'm not even sure what it's about. Obviously, it's about flying. So I don't know if there's anything. No. So, but it'll be interesting. I'm sure it's very, very good. Easton Press doesn't usually pick books out to put in leather if they're not at least pretty good. So, all right, that is my haul, the long haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got more books to haul. I'm just choosing to kind of do like 5 or 6, 7 at a time, so that I don't go on and on too much. So over the next few weeks, I will have some hauls. So see you later. Bye bye.